Hi, and welcome back to the Mr. Brad Worden Show. And this is just an update show. Actually, I was trying to get live, but I don't know how many people are beyond, and the live, you need to edit your iPad and things. So it's not live. Maybe eventually I'll do a live show at some point, but now I'm just recording. So I have three things I'm going to talk about and do tonight. And if you want to put in your 2 cents like I would have on a live show, you can just put them in the comments section down below. So number one thing I want to cover is my growing season. How did it turn out? So I did a review a little bit ago. This is going to be my final one here. So at the beginning of the season, if you remember, I had 6 of these cups. In each of the 6 cups, I tried to plant a Carolina Reaper plant. Well, I didn't end up with any Carolina Reaper plants. This is the only one I kept. 2 of the 6 grew. One of them had a large weed that was starting to take over, and this one I kept for fun. It's my big, huge piece of grass, which grew pretty tall by the end of the year. It's probably getting close to 3 feet here, so it's pretty tall. Okay, so that's my grass of the year, which was supposed to be my Carolina Reaper. Then I bought this as a small plant, my habanero. This one turned out pretty good. I've already got about a dozen habaneros off. I got a few here. There's not any more blooms on here, but I probably will be able to get maybe about 10 more off here. There's one that's almost ripe and a bunch of green ones hanging on there yet. So habanero, I can do the peppers usually if the plant's already going, but from seed, it's just, I've never had luck with it. I can't do it. So I appreciate, again, in the season, my neighbors and James J for donating some other super hot peppers and peppers to me, because all I got on my own is some habaneros from a plant that I just grew from small on. So that one turned out all right, but like I said, I didn't plant it from seed. I just bought the small plant and grew it up. So next year we'll see if I can do a little bit better or try something else. Otherwise I'll just have to get my peppers from somebody else or order some or do something like that again. But I do appreciate those who donated me peppers this year. Secondly, there's been people asking me already, Mr. Brad Worden, what are you going to do when you hit 300 subscribers? And I'm picking up subscribers fast already. I'm at 220 some already. So I don't know how long it's going to take to get to 300 here. But most people have put in their recommendations. The one that I've been hearing the most is the Ed Currie's Experience Dark Chocolate Bar, which is supposed to be one of the hottest bars out there because it has the new Pepper X, which is supposed to be the hottest pepper. A lot of people debate it, whether it's still the Carolina Reaper or the Pepper X, but a lot of people are saying Pepper X. So Ed Currie, his Pucker Butt shop, he has chocolate bars, and there's one with the Pepper X in, and it's dark chocolate. I've had dark chocolate heat bars before. They really haven't been too dark chocolatey, but I don't know, this one might be. I've had probably 4 or 5 people say that's what I should do for 300, but some other people have some other ideas. So in the comments below this video, if you have any other ideas other than the Ed Currie's Experience Dark Chocolate Bar, you can list those. If you like the Ed Currie's Dark Chocolate Bar, you can just reiterate that yes, that's what you want the 300 to be, because every 100 subscribers I'll do something else, whatever you guys want me to do, crazy, not crazy, whatever. And then the other thing, the third thing that I want to talk about here real quick is my hot sauce. So about a week ago I created my own hot sauce. If you didn't see it, you can look back in the videos a few ago. And there were about 8 people who put in different names for my hot sauce, and I've been enjoying that on my pizza and other foods that I've eaten, so it's good. So I have 8 names here. I'll say them all out loud. It'll be hard to remember in your head. So in my section where I describe the video, I'll put the 8 different names, and then you can vote or tell me which one you like the best, and maybe it's one you gave me already, or maybe you decide, hey, that one's good too. So number 1 was Brad's Brace Yourself Heat Sauce. because, yeah, you do have to brace yourself, because it kind of took me by surprise when I took the spoonful. Number 2, Brad's Table of Spice hot sauce, which Table of Spice was an idea that I like to do. I haven't done the hot sauce on the Table of Spice, but I suppose you could add a little hot sauce on each thing to make it a little scarier. 3, Brad Warren's Super Duper hot sauce. It is pretty hot. It's probably pretty up there on the scale. Like I said, probably 2 to 3 million Scoville, somewhere in that range. Mr. Brad's Sauce of Doom. I like to call things of doom, so I mean that has some truth behind it. Here's one that I like. The Wicked Warden's hot sauce, and then a play on words, have like a warden on there being all cruel, you know. That one's kind of funny too. 6, Mr. Brad Warden's Reaper Revenge. Now there is Reaper in here. There's a lot of other hot peppers in there, but there is Reaper, and that obviously does make it a little bit hotter. 7, Mr. Brad Warden's Whizbanger hot sauce. So that sounds kind of hot and interesting. So, and then 8, the last one that I have here so far, Mr. Brad Warden's Sweatbox sauce. And again, that would go along with kind of like the Wicked Warden Sweatbox, the Warden's hot sauce. Play on words like jail warden, prison warden, stuff like that. So those were some good ideas too. So all 8 of those, thanks for putting those out. All of those were good ideas. So thanks for viewers for putting in those. So I will list those down in my commentary on the video. And then you can chime in down in the comments below which one you think is the best. And whatever one gets the most response or votes, that is what I'll call my very first hot sauce. And then again, maybe eventually I can make more of it and have some people try or send some out. But only if I get enough hot peppers. I may have to wait till next season now, I'm not sure. But that would be kind of fun to do. Either that or create another hot sauce too. But for this one, we'll pick one of those names that I just read off. And then again, I'll write those down in the video description and you can pick and let me know in the comments. So, growing season, unless you like growing grass, I don't know here. I grew a pretty good stalk of grass here this season. Pepper plant, grew it from a little plant. Nice habanero plant. And then, again, chime in comments about what you want me to do for 300. Right now, winning is probably the Ed Currie's Experience Dark Chocolate Bar, which I'll have to get and eat if I get 300. And last there's overwhelming response for something else. And then vote down below in the comment section on what name you'd like me to call my hot sauce. So whatever comes in as the highest amount of vote getter, that's what I'll call it. So anyway, this has just been a, informational one. We'll keep the other videos and things coming. My camera person's nodding at me. What would you like me to do? Oh, eat one of my fresh habaneros. The little one, the medium size, or the big one? Big. The big fresh one? Okay. Alright, of course it's the large edition to end my show, considering I usually eat something on my show. Make sure it's good inside, otherwise I might have to take some out. Ooh, nice and fresh, and very seedy and big indeed here. A nice pot of a habanero.
Ooh, that one has a lot of
When it smells very fresh too. So here we go to end the show and see my reaction on this one. One of my fresh habaneros I got off my plant earlier today. I think I harvested these ones off today. So nice and fresh. Well, definitely a habanero. Like I got tricked on my blindfold challenge when I said it's definitely a habanero, and I still had to eat some nasty stuff anyway. So they messed with me. Nice and hot like habaneros are, full of seeds. Always gets you a little bit. Has a nice hot pepper sting to it. The flavor in things is pretty good. I don't really know if I care for the straight taste of a habanero all that much, but some people might. I don't know, I haven't heard anybody really like the straight taste of habanero, but in stuff it tastes pretty good. I mean, it's got that weird kind of sting. It's not super duper hot. I'd probably put it pretty high for your average person scale, just with that nip that it's got, probably like a 9 or 10, and chili head maybe like, I don't know, maybe like a 3-ish or so.
Are smaller pods going to be hotter? Or?
I think that one was probably going to be hotter. The reason why I think a small one like this would not be as hot, because the one that I just had was really, really ripe and really had a lot of seeds, and it was really fresh, strong pod. So
It almost smells like Duper a little bit.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it looks similar to that. It's not, obviously not the same as Reaper, like my chemical person said it smelled like, but maybe a slightly similar smell. Taste is very different. Heat's obviously different.
Is it the capsaicin smelling, maybe?
Maybe. Just a hot pepper smell, probably. So anyway, one of my fresh pods. I've been using them for all my other things, my hot sauces, my toppings on my pizza, all that good stuff. So anyway, not too bad. And this has been the Mr. Brad Worden Show, and we will see you next time.